Hello everyone, welcome back to the Starberry vlog. Hi Ben, hi Nitten.
Hey,
Hi.
Hey, Nitten.
Hey, Ben.
Today we'll be talking about digital marketing channels and how and help estate agents work out how they calculate their most cost-effective digital channel and what they do with that information. I'd like to ask either of you, how can estate agent find out what is their most cost-effective digital marketing channel?
Well, to start off with, the first thing that they need to have in place is proper tracking on the website so that we know exactly where the leads are coming from. And once you know how many leads are coming from, then it's a question of trying to figure out which channels they are, how much you spend on them, how much effort in terms of time you put in, because that's also a very important thing. And then all the other elements that are actually connected to it. For example, do you need design? Do you need video? Do you need multiple elements that probably go into the whole thing? Should you write the copy? How much of copy do you need? And then you need to really work out which of them is giving you the best result. So in terms of channels or most cost-effective ones, it would again vary for different clients, depending on where they are located, the kind of property they use, and the kind of stuff that they can actually produce every month, because not every client has the luxury of being able to produce a lot of stuff. So it would vary, but ideally the first place you should start is with tracking.
I think that the other thing that you need to do is you need to be thinking about what is it that your campaign is focused around. So is it instructions? So frequently that is the one that everyone's after, or is it mortgages that you're pushing, or some conveyancing services, property management, depending on which channel it is, which service or product is that you're wanting to push, might change our direction in terms of channel, but also making sure that each one of those channels, so I mean, just explain what we mean by channels is you've got your website. That's one master channel. That's the sort of single source of truth for the customer, but they might well find you through your Google Maps. We always say Google Maps is one of the lowest hanging fruit. The great thing about it is that you can find yourself onto page one of Google with the right treatment, the right optimization. People do a lot of clicking to phone you from that. And again, if you've got it all set up correctly, you can actually attribute those calls back to GMB, Google My Business. But equally so, you might say, we've got a great database. We're going to run emails every month, a marketing email or a broadcast email to landlords or to win new valuations or something like that. And again, you want to have UTM, sort of unique tracking links to be able to see that it was that campaign that drove that activity. It could equally be your instant chat that's sitting on the corner of your website. That's a channel. Your Google paid search, which in our vlog series we'll be talking about more often as well. So frequently, and Google loves people for this, is they go out and they go, oh, I understand Google AdWords, or equally Facebook. I'm just going to start spending money, and bam, they get loads of traffic and they feel really wonderful, but they got no idea whether it's actually driving them leads or not. So as Nitten started off, you've got to get that tracking put on the confirmation pages of the forms that you ultimately want people to fill in. So I think that's a really great way to start deciding what's what. And social is a similar thing too. So we can track what's going on and where they're coming from.
Another thing that probably would play a big factor in this is what's the payout at the end of the day? What are you looking for? For example, if, let's say you're looking for block management opportunities and you're looking for landlords with large blocks, then LinkedIn is a cost-effective channel, because even though your lead might be in the range of, let's say, 300 to 400 pounds a lead, but the payout at the end of the day when one of them converts is much higher and the commissions you make are much higher. So then it automatically becomes a cost-effective element. But on the other hand, if you're looking at properties that are smaller, the commissions are less as well, then you probably, the most cost-effective channel could be, like Ben mentioned, local SEO, PPC, or even social media like Instagram. A lot of clients of ours, have people inquiring after they see these amazing photos come up on Instagram, which, technically doesn't take too much of your budget. But then once again, you need to figure out the tracking, the channels you're going to track and optimize, and eventually what is the payout at the end of the day.
I think the sort of the reality is, if you try and work out, you hang your hat solely on what is the best channel or what channels are working, you underestimate how important it is to have all channels working, or a number of channels, because of this whole thing that people don't actually convert until they've stumbled into your brand, 10 times, a dozen times. So having you pop up in page 1 of Google on paid search, in Google Maps, in organic search, oh, I got an email from them, oh, I saw their signboard, or their for sale board, and then I got a Spectre kind of 2020 door drop, or whatever it may be. They're all touch points, and you just start taking them out, and actually you won't get as good a result in that one channel you thought was so good.
Yeah.
So
a classic example, Ben, that we come across is clients get a lot of leads coming in from organic SEO. And then the question is, why do we need to work on backlinks? Because that's not driving any direct leads. But then the whole fact that backlinks actually contribute a lot in ensuring that you are up in the rankings tend to get hidden. So it is actually a mix of all these different elements that can make one channel perform far better than the others.
how's that, Di, as an answer?
That's great. There you go. These are just a few of the considerations, of the things to take into consideration when thinking about or trying to assess the performance of your digital marketing channels. If you have any more questions for us regarding this topic, please drop them on our email and website. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Nitten. Thank you, everyone, for
Pleasure.
watching.
Cheers, everyone.
See you guys. Cheers.
Bye.